Hello everyone and welcome to week 12 of the Invigorating series. We're continuing with the practice of more challenging poses. We're going to hold the poses for longer in this week. You need a bolster, again, you need a brick, a belt, you need your blocks for the inversions and the chair. I'm also sitting on the blanket, so sit on your support to stretch the spine, and let's get started. So sit with your legs crossed in the middle of the mat, have your toes pointing forward, stretch the spine, place your hands at the sternum bone. And keep lifting the chest, press the dorsal in, push the chest forward into the thumb, and roll the shoulders back and down. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and out. Keep breathing through the nose. Take your attention inwards. Keep lifting the chest, stretching the sides of the body, pressing the palms into each other. And now take a deep inhalation. Keep your attention inwards. Keep releasing the shoulders down, lifting the chest. Press the legs down. And now extend the back of the neck, bow your head, release the hands down onto your thighs. Inhale, lift your neck, your head. Exhale, and open your eyes. Come to standing, stand in the middle of the mat in Tadasana. So stretch your chest up, lift the whole of the front body up, and lengthen the back body. So tuck your buttocks in, release the shoulders down, release the hands down by the sides of the trunk, but don't press the hands into the body. Keep them separate so you can move the chest forward, so you've got space for the chest to lift. Release the shoulders back and down, and now take your head back slightly. Take your attention to the back body, press the heels down, press the toes down, and now stretch the toes up towards the ceiling and spread the toes onto the mat, big toes touching. Press the inner ankles, inner knees and inner thighs into each other, and again grip the hips, tucking the buttocks in. So lift the chest, and now push the chest forward, press the dorsal in. Keep the waist back, and now from there stretch your hands up to the ceiling, turn the palms to face the ceiling and lift your hands up. So we're going to urdhvahastasana. Keep lifting the hands up. Release the shoulders down. Press the thighs back. And keep lifting the chest. So you're lifting from the hips, and see if you can take the hands up towards the ceiling some more. And now take the hands down, still lifting the chest. And now interlock your fingers in front of you. Turn the palms out. Move the elbows in. And come to Padottanasana. So keep lifting the chest. Tuck the buttocks in, stretching the sides of the body up. Move the elbows in and release the shoulders down. Keep lifting the kneecaps and moving the elbows in as you lift the hands up. So look at your fingers now, see if they are facing towards the ceiling, towards the sky, and keep stretching the hands. And now release, and now stretch And now interlock the fingers the other way, roll the palms out, lift the hands up, and again going to Padangulyasana, lift the hands up to the ceiling, release the shoulders down, bring the inner elbows in, keep your legs together in Tadasana, keep the chest lifting, rolling the shoulders back and down. So push the dorsal in, waist back, and now release and come back to Tadasana. From Tadasana, we're going to Gomukhasana arms. So stretch your arms out to the sides. We're going to do it without the belt today, so see if you can do it with no belt. We did it with the belt in week 11, so we're progressing in the pose. Stretch your right arm up to the ceiling and bend the right elbow. Hold the right elbow and bring the hand by the shoulder blades down the back, and now stretch the left arm out to the side. Turn the shoulder forward and clasp. So see if you can clasp behind the back, lifting the right elbow up towards the ceiling. So your hands are clasping, your knuckles are pushing into the back. Your legs are still in Tadasana, so waist back, tuck the buttocks in, keep your legs together. Stretch the sides of the body, release the shoulders down. Your shoulders are level in this pose, and as you can see, you're still in Tadasana. The only thing that's changed is the configuration of your arms. And now stretch the arms out to the side. And now turn the palms to the ceiling, lift the left hand up, bend the left elbow and hold the elbow, take the palm down the back, and now take the right hand out to the side, roll the right shoulder forward before you take the hand back, and now take the hand up the back and clasp. So again, the knuckles are pushing into the back, your buttocks are tucked in, the elbow is lifting up to the ceiling. So lift the elbows up, keep stretching the chest up towards the ceiling. Your legs are still in Tadasana. So the inner ankles, the inner knees and the inner thighs are pressing into each other. So hold the elbow up and now release. And let's do the first side again. So stretch the right hand up to the ceiling, bend the right elbow and see if you can do it on its own now, where you stretch the left arm out to the side, turn the left shoulder, take the hand behind the back and clasp. So keep lifting the elbow up towards the ceiling, waist back, tuck the buttocks in, lift the kneecaps up. And your right elbow is lifting up towards the ceiling, the left elbow is moving down. Push the knuckles into the back. And now release. Stretch the hands out to the side. And now turn the palms to face the ceiling again. Lift your left hand up to the ceiling. Bend the left elbow and see if you can take the hand down the back on its own. Turn the right palm to the ceiling. Roll the right shoulder forward. So you're turning the palm inside out now before you take it back and clasp. So you're clasping again, pushing the knuckles into the trunk, into the dorsal spine, lifting the chest, waist back, tuck the buttocks in. Your legs are still together. Keep lifting the left elbow up towards the ceiling. And now release and stretch the hands out to the side and come back to Tadasana. And now we're going to Paschimottanasana. Stretch the hands to the sides and now roll the shoulders forward. Clasp the hands behind you and now roll the fingers up the back. Wriggle the palms up the back towards the dorsal spine. So it's quite important that you go as high as you can. Have your palms in between the shoulder blades. And now press the palms into each other. Press the heel of the palm into each other and all the fingers. And keep lifting the chest up, stretching the sides of the body. So keep pressing the kneecaps into the knee. Press the thighs back. Your legs are still in Tadasana. So hold the hands for as long as you can. If you can't do it at all, hold your elbows. So practice that to start with. And then gradually you can take the palms behind you. Okay, so people in Paschimottanasana, stretch the hands to the sides, and we're going to do it again. So again, roll the shoulders forward. So this is quite an important action. And now join the palms behind your back, roll the fingers up the back, and wriggle the hands towards the dorsal spine. So keep moving the hands up the back, lifting the chest, stretching the sides of the trunk. Keep your legs in Tadasana, keep the kneecaps pressing into the knees, press the thighs back. So again, see how much further up you can take the hands, press the palms behind you. And now move the elbows back so you can see if you can press the palms even more. And once you've done that, move the elbows forward, but keep the palms there. So keep your Tadasana legs, stretching the chest up. Don't forget about the buttocks. Press the buttocks, buttock bones into the trunk. And now release and stretch the hands to the sides. And now we're going to Konasana. Have the brick by the right side of the mat, behind the ankle. So last week we did it with the brick upwards. You might need to put it higher if you couldn't reach. So you might need to put it on the block. Hands to your chest, bend your knees, and now jump or step your legs wide. So stretch the chest up, press the outer feet into the mat, and now turn the left foot in, the whole of the right leg out. Have your right heel in line with the left instep, and now turn the chest to face forward. Keep your legs straight, press the left hip forward, and now stretch to the right. Bring your support by the ankle, and now press your hand into the support, left hand up to the ceiling. So again, you're turning the chest towards the ceiling. Keep your legs straight. And now look at your toes and take your head back so it's in line with your little toe to start with. Your head is in line with the toe, with the buttocks, and with the heel. And press the outer left foot into the mat. Press the whole of the right foot into the mat as well. Keep your shoulders away from the neck. And keep your head in line with the spine. And now inhale, come up. And let's go to the other side. So now you need your support behind the left ankle. So take your brick, take your block. So have your hands onto your hips to start with. And now turn the right foot in, the whole of the left leg out. Have your left heel in line with the right instep. Push your right hip forward. Okay, so it's a gentle movement here to open the groin of the left leg some more, but keep the right thigh turning forward. So from the back towards the front. And now stretch your arms out to the sides. Keep your shoulders away from the neck. And now stretch the trunk to the left. Place your hand onto your support. So press the left hand into the support, right hand up to the ceiling. Keep stretching the chest forward. And keep stretching both sides of the body evenly. The legs are still straight. And now inhale and come up. So let's do it without the support now. And from Trikonasana, we're going to go to Chandrasana. So stand towards the left side of the mat, have the right side free. Okay, so take your legs wide, place your hands on the hips to start with, and now turn the left foot in, the whole of the right leg out. So now stretch your hands to the side, keep your legs straight, stretch your trunk to the right, and now place your hand on the calf, left hand up to the ceiling, turn your chest. So keep your legs straight. So stay in Trikonasana, stretching the sides of the body, turning the chest. So prepare for Chandrasana from Trikonasana. And now look at your toe of the right foot and press the toe firmly down. See if the foot is parallel to the edge of the mat. So throughout the pose, that should be alignment of the foot. Keep stretching the sides of the trunk, and now place your left hand on the hip, bend the right knee, place the right hand on the little toe side, and now hop in, move the hand further forward, and now stretch your leg up and straighten the right leg. And now if you can, lift the left hand up to the ceiling. Keep stretching the trunk towards the hand. So both sides of the trunk are stretching. The standing leg is poker stiff, so press the kneecap into the knee. And now if you can, lift your left leg up some more. So keep lifting the leg, and now place the left hip on top of the right hip. So you need to take that hip a little bit further back, keeping the leg aligned. So it's still the same alignment as in Konasana, right heel in line with the left instep. So keep stretching the chest towards the ceiling, moving the shoulders away from the neck. And now place the left hand on the hip, bend the right knee, and come back to Konasana. So stretch the left hand up to the ceiling one more time, and now leading with the hand, come up. Okay, so let's go to the other side. So now stand towards the right side of the mat, have the left side of the mat free. And now take your legs wide, hands onto your hips, keep stretching the chest up. Press the buttock bones down into the body, and now turn your right foot in, the whole of the left leg out. Have your left heel in line with the right instep, and now stretch the arms to the side, turn the chest to face forward. So we're going to Konasana first. Stretch the trunk to the left, place the left hand on the shin or the ankle, so the back of the shin. And now lift the right hand up to the ceiling. So keep stretching the sides of the trunk. Keep your legs straight. So now look at your toe of the left foot. It should be pressing firmly down throughout the pose, and the left foot is in line with the edge of with the side of the mat. So keep stretching the sides of the body, and now transfer the right hand onto the hip, bend the left knee, place the hand by the little toe side, and now hop in with the right leg. Move that hand further forward and lift your right leg up. Keep the balance, guys. I know it's difficult. And stretch the left leg. Keep the left leg poker stiff. Lift the right leg up as much as you can. And now lift your right hand up. Keep stretching the sides of the trunk. Keep pressing the left leg down, the left foot down, the big toe down. Keep lifting the right leg, and now take the right hip on top of the left hip and stretch the chest forward. So keep stretching the sides of the trunk, keep stretching the chest. Your weight is moving towards the hand and towards the leg. And now move the shoulders away from the neck. And now bend the left knee, move the right leg back, come back to Konasana. So stay in Konasana, keep that alignment, and now leading with the right hand, come up. And now feet facing forward and jump back to Tadasana. The next pose is Konasana, and from there we're going to go straight to Virabhadrasana 2. So we're going to do a little vinyasa sequence here. Have your brick ready for Konasana. So you might have it upwards to start with. I need it lengthways. Okay, so stand in Tadasana in the middle of the mat. Lift your chest up, hands to your chest, jump or step your legs wide. So have your outer feet pressing into the mat. Have your legs wide, lift the chest. So go a little bit wider than Konasana. And now turn the left foot in, the whole of the right leg out. Again, keep that alignment of the heel to the instep. So right heel in line with the left instep, and stretch your chest forward. So keep your legs straight, keep stretching the chest forward, hands stretching to the side. And now bend the knee, make a square, keep your trunk vertical, and now swing the trunk to the right. Place your hand on the support, and now stretch the left hand up to the ceiling. So you're stretching the hand to the ceiling to start with, turning the chest to face forward, and now move the right knee back, the right buttock in, and drop the hips some more. But the left thigh is lifting up slightly, so it's not sinking down. To do that, you need to press the left outer foot firmly into the mat. And now keep lifting the left hand up. Turn the hand in its own socket now and stretch it to the right. So it should be by your ear. Move it a little bit behind towards the ear. Keep pressing the right knee back, right buttock in. And now from there, let's go to Virabhadrasana 2. So keep your hips low, but stretch the trunk vertically. So stretch the sides of the body up. Keep your right knee moving back, right buttock in. So keep pressing the hands down, stretching the hands to the side. Keep the trunk vertical. And now inhale and come up. Face your feet forward. And now let's go to the other side. So keep your legs wide. Take your brick to the other side, to the left side of the mat, and place it behind the left ankle. So keep your legs wide for that pose. And now turn the right foot in, the whole of the left leg out. So have your left heel in line with the right instep. And again, stretch the hands to the side, turn the chest to face forward, bend your knee, make a square, swing the trunk to the left. Place your hand on the support, stretch your right hand up to the ceiling. And now from there, drop the hips, press the right outer foot into the mat. And now press the left knee back, left buttock in. So keep stretching the side of the trunk and pressing into the support, turn the chest. So have that right hand up towards the ceiling to start with. And now rotate the hand in its own socket and stretch it to the left. So keep stretching the hand, turning the chest, pressing the left knee back, left buttock in. So keep that alignment and remember about the thigh. Don't sink the thigh down. Press the right outer foot into the mat. And now inhale and come up to Virabhadrasana 2. So keep your knee bent, left knee back, left buttock in, stretching the side of the trunk. Keep your hands stretched to the side. Keep pressing the right outer foot into the mat. See if you can drop the hips again, stretching the chest forward. And now inhale, come up, face your feet forward and jump your legs together. And now from there, separate the legs hip width apart. Hold your elbows, lift your elbows up to the ceiling. So stretch the sides of the body and now bring the toes in, heels out, and we're going to Uttanasana hanging. So stretch the trunk down. Keep your knees straight. So your legs are straight, your legs are pressing firmly back. Your trunk is releasing down. From the side, you can see the trunk is releasing down, but the legs are pressing firmly back. The feet are pressing into the mat. Move the buttocks forward, so shift the weight slightly towards the toes, but keep the weight onto your heels and keep releasing the trunk. And now change the hold of your elbows. Hold the elbows the other way, and again, pull onto the elbows to release the trunk down some more. So keep lifting the kneecaps up, pressing the thighs back. Move the hips forward slightly. Keep pressing the feet firmly into the mat. And now transfer the hands onto your hips. Inhale and come back to Tadasana. Now we're going to Virabhadrasana 1. So place your hands onto your chest, bend your knees, jump, or step your legs wide. So stretch your hands out to the side and now turn the palms to the ceiling, stretch your arms up. So with that, turn the left foot well in, the whole of the right leg out. Turn the chest to face the right thigh. Turn the trunk to face the right thigh and keep that left hip turning. So press that left outer foot firmly. Have the foot at an angle. Don't take it all the way forward. Have it at an angle. And the alignment in this pose is again, right heel in line with the left instep. If you can't turn the hip at all, have the alignment heel to heel. So right heel in line with the left heel. So stretch your arms up to the ceiling. If you haven't done so already, stretch the chest up, press the buttock bones in, waist back, and now bend the knee and make a square. So we're going to hold that pose for longer. Keep stretching the chest towards the left. Keep stretching the chest towards the right thigh. Press the left outer foot into the mat. And again, waist back, buttocks in. Drop the hips. And now inhale, come up. Keep the hands up if you can. We're going to the other side now. And now turn the right foot in, the whole of the left leg out. Again, align your left heel in line with the right instep, or left heel in line with the right heel. Keep stretching the chest. Tuck the buttocks in, waist back, and now again, bend the knee, make a square. Keep pressing that right outer foot into the mat. Stretching the chest towards the left leg. Hands up to the ceiling. Waist back, buttocks in. So you're protecting the lumbar spine. Drop the hips some more if you can, and keep your shin vertical. So you might need to go a little bit wider with your legs. And now inhale, come up. And now from there, hands down, and now jump back to Tadasana. And now we're going to Paschimottanasana with the hands in namaste. So this is what we did last week. So let's go to the pose. Remember that you can hold your elbows if you can't do namaste yet. So stretch the hands in to the sides, roll the shoulders forward, and now join the palms behind you. Turn the fingers up the back and wriggle your hands towards the dorsal. Press the palms together. So you're still in Tadasana legs, and now take the legs wide. Turn the left foot in, well in, the whole of the right leg out. So we're turning the hip, left hip forward, just like in the previous pose. And again, align the right heel with the left instep or heel to heel. So have your palms firmly pressing into your back. Tuck the buttocks in, waist back, and now stretch the trunk forward. So let's go to concave back first. Press the hands into the back. Keep your legs straight and keep turning that left hip forward. And now inhale, come up. Feet facing forward, and let's go to the other side. So turn the right foot in, the whole of the left leg out. Stretch the chest, push the hands into the chest again, and now roll that right hip forward. Align your left heel with the right instep. Waist back, buttocks in, stretch the chest up, and let's go to concave back. So halfway down, press the hands into the chest, roll the right hip down. Keep your legs together. Keep your legs straight. And now inhale, come up. Keep your hands pressing into the back if you can. And now let's go to the first side again, all the way down. So turn the left foot in, the whole of the right leg out. Keep pressing the hands into the back. Stretch the chest up, waist back. Turn the left hip forward, and now go down. So concave back to start with. Refresh the pose. So press the hands into the back, and now stretch the trunk along the leg. So see if you can touch the knee with your head. Stretch the trunk along the leg. And now inhale, come up, and let's go to the other side. So have your legs wide again. Keep your hands pressing into the chest. The chest is moving forward. Press the buttocks in, waist back. And now right foot in, the whole of the left leg out. So keep turning the right hip forward. Have your legs straight. Again, left heel is aligned with the right instep. So keep stretching the chest, and now go halfway down to concave back. Your right hip is still turning down towards the floor. And now from there, stretch the trunk along the leg.
So keep stretching the trunk, pressing the hands into the back. And now last of all, take the head down towards the knee. And now inhale, come up. And now from there, come back to the center, release the hands, and jump back to Tadasana. And let's go straight to Urdhvamukha Svanasana. So stand towards the back of the mat. And now have your hands onto your hips, lift the chest, waist back, tuck the buttocks in, go halfway down, and now place your hands underneath the shoulders. So let's do Uttanasana in between. And then from there, bend the knees and walk your hands forward. So walk your hands forward to Urdhvamukha Svanasana. Keep the legs where they are. Keep the heels pressing down, just like you did in Uttanasana already. Press the kneecaps back and now press into your hands. Take the trunk towards the sides. Roll the upper arms out to the sides. And now from there, if you can, bend your knees, jump, or step your legs forward. So coming to Uttanasana, concave back. So have your feet hip width apart. The chest is moving along the trunk and forward. So keep your back concave to start with. And now place the hands by the ankles. If you can, release the trunk down. Shoulders away from the neck. And now come back to concave back. Place your hands flat onto the mat and now jump back to Urdhvamukha. So again, trunk towards the thighs, press your legs back. Heels pressing firmly into the mat. And now push onto your hands and move the trunk further towards the legs. Roll the shoulders down the back and roll the upper arm out. And now walk your hands back with straight legs if you can. So coming back to Uttanasana, concave back. So keep moving the chest forward to start with. Keep your legs straight, so pull the kneecaps up. And now take your hands towards the feet. So release the trunk down, press your palms firmly into the mat. And now transfer the hands onto your hips. Inhale and come up. And let's go to Padottanasana now. So starting from Tadasana, hands to your chest, jump or step your legs wide. So go wide as the mat. Place your hands onto your waist and now lift from the pubic bone towards the breastbone. Release the shoulders down. Have your legs straight. The inner thighs are pressing into the outer thighs. And keep the outer feet pressing into the mat. Turn your toes towards each other and lift the inner ankles. And now from there, stretch forward, halfway down, place your hands underneath the shoulders. So keep your back concave to start with. Keep stretching the chest forward. And now release the trunk down, leading with the breastbone. Move the hands in line with the feet. And now release the trunk down. See if you can touch the floor with the head. Bring the elbows in. Release the shoulders away from the neck. And keep pushing the chest forward still. So you're stretching the sides of the body. Your legs are still straight. So press the kneecaps into the knee. Lift your hips slightly up towards the ceiling and keep lifting the shoulders away from the neck. Your hands are straight. Your hands are pressing firmly into the mat. Your legs are straight. So keep that pose for as long as you can. And now inhale, come up, come back to concave back. And now press the palms firmly into the floor, bend your knees and jump or step your legs together and come back to Tadasana. And now you need your bolster. So we're going to do Urdhvamukha Paschimottanasana, just like we did last week. So sit on the edge of the chair, front edge of the chair. Have your bolster in front of you, and now stretch your legs forward. So you're tucking the heels onto the mat, your toes are lifting up towards the ceiling. And now bring your legs closer to each other so you can place the bolster onto your legs. And now stretch your trunk along the bolster. So we're preparing for forward bends. So stretch the chest over the bolster, and now see if you can hold your feet. And then see if you can extend forward. So the idea for you is to stretch the whole trunk onto the bolster. Keep your legs straight. Keep your shoulders moving away from the neck. Press the kneecaps into the knee and just release. And now see if you can hold the outer feet, and again stretch the trunk forward. And now inhale and come up. We're going to need the bolster later, so keep it handy. And now we're going to the sitting poses and forward bends. So have your belt near you. We're starting from Uttanasana, so sit on your support. Press the heels into the mat, move them away from you, toes up to the ceiling. And now pressing the hands into the floor or into your support, lift your chest up, waist back, and now lift your hands up to the ceiling. So stretch your arms up to the ceiling, lifting the chest, stretching the whole spine up. Waist back, buttocks are pressing firmly onto the support. Press the legs down, toes up towards the ceiling. And now release the hands down, and let's do the urdhvamukha action with the belt. So keep your legs together, loop the belt around the balls of the feet, and now press the chest forward. Move the dorsal in. Press the legs down, press the buttocks down, and now roll the shoulders back and down. So keep moving the toes up to the ceiling, heels away from you. Press the knees down, chest forward. You've got your hands straight onto the belt. So now see if you can wriggle the hands forward some more. And now let go of the belt and lift your hands up to the ceiling again. So keep pressing the legs down, lifting the chest up, waist back, stretching the spine towards the ceiling. And now release the hands down, and let's go to Virasana. So you need your support for that. You're sitting with your knees together and the ankles pressing into your support. Okay, so Virasana for you, and we're going to do arm variations in this pose. So kneel up, pull the calf flesh back and out. Keep your knees together if you can. Press the shins towards the mat and keep the ankles pressing into the support. And from there, lift your arms up to the ceiling. So urdhvahastasana in Virasana. Waist back, buttocks in. So keep lifting the arms up, releasing the shoulders down, and now release the hands down, still lifting the chest. And now interlock the fingers in front of you, roll the palms out, elbows in, and now lift your hands up to the ceiling. Releasing the shoulders down, elbows in. Keep lifting the chest, keep moving the waist back. Press the buttocks down. Keep your knees together. Stretching the hands up. So when you look at your fingers, they should be parallel to the ceiling, to the sky. And now release. And let's do the other interlock. So roll the palms out, elbows in. Stretch your hands up to the ceiling. Release the shoulders down again, elbows in. Lift the chest, waist back, press the buttocks down. Stretch the sides of the body. Release the shoulders down.
And now keep pressing the shins. Remember about the shins. Keep pressing the shins down. And now release. And from there, we're going to twist today, okay? So lift your hands up to the ceiling again. And keep stretching in urdhvahastasana. And now take the left hand onto the right thigh and right hand behind you. So you can hold your support. And now inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, turn. So you're twisting from the waist, keeping the knees level. So when you look at your knees now, the left knee shouldn't be moving forward. So you're keeping your pelvis level. That means your knees should be level. And now again, inhale, lift, and exhale, turn. And now release, and come back to the center. So lift the hands up towards the ceiling again. Now take the right hand onto the left thigh, left hand behind you, and turn. So inhale, lift the chest, exhale, turn. Again, turning from the waist through the chest. So when you look at your knees now, they should still be level. Okay, so keep them level, keep them facing forward. And now again, inhale, lift, exhale, turn. Keep your buttock bones pressing firmly onto the support. So don't turn the head all the way back. Have your head in line with the chest to start with. And now exhale, come back to the center, stretch your hands up to the ceiling again. And now release. And let's go down. So remove some of your support so you can stay on one block. And let's do the same thing again. So stretch your arms up to the ceiling, and now take your left hand towards the right thigh, right hand behind you, and turn. So we're going to go to the side again. Keep lifting the chest on the inhalation and turn on the exhalation. Keep your knees level. Keep your buttock bones pressing into the support. And now inhale, stretch the arms up to the ceiling. And now let's go the other way. So take the right hand onto the left thigh, left hand behind you, and turn again. So inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, turn from the waist. Keep your buttock bones pressing into the support. Keep your knees level and facing forward. And again, inhale, lift, exhale, turn. And now come back to the center and stretch your hands up to the ceiling. We're still in Virasana, and let's see if we can go down one. So we're going to the full pose now. When you look at the pose from the side, so your shin is still pressing into the support, your knees are facing forward. Move the sacrum in, waist back, chest up, and hands up to the ceiling. So stretch your hands up to the ceiling. Push the dorsal in, hands by your ears. And now release the hands down and place your hands onto the soles of the feet. You can bend your elbows to release the shoulders down. Keep the chest lifting, waist back, buttocks down. And now hands up to the ceiling again. Turn the palms to face forward. And let's go to Urdhvamukha Svanasana to open the back of the knees. So one last time to Urdhvamukha Svanasana. Stretch the back of the legs, press the heels down. And bring the chest towards the thighs. Roll the upper arms out. And now from there, separate the knees, bring your heels together. And we're going to Urdhvamukha Virasana. So stretch the spine forward, pressing the buttocks down onto the heels. And now look forward and stretch your hands up some more. Press the thumbs into the mat. They're facing each other. Press the rest of the fingers down. And last of all, release the forehead. So still stretching the side of the trunk, pressing the buttock bones down.
And now inhale and come up. And now we're going to Padottanasana and Konasana. So you need your support. You need to sit high for Padottanasana, and we're going to go down for Konasana. So hold the inner thighs and now take the knees out. Bring the heels towards your perineum. So Padottanasana to start with. Hold your ankles and now press the knees down. Keep pressing the feet into each other. Have the heels as close to the perineum as possible. So take your hands behind the hips and now move your groins forward if you can. Hold the ankles and stretch the chest up towards the ceiling. Release the shoulders down. Release the knees down. Keep the knees pressing firmly towards the sides of the mat. And now lift your hands up to the ceiling. So last week we stretched the chest. We're repeating that pose today. Keep stretching the chest up towards the ceiling. Stretch the sides of the body up. Palms facing each other. Keep pressing the feet into each other, releasing the knees down. It is difficult when the hands are up, so keep your attention on your knees. And now take your hands down. So now, if you couldn't take the knees down, let's actually do it together. So loop the belt on the outer feet and now hold the belt and release the knees down again. So that should be a bit easier now. Release the knees down, push the chest forward. So you're pulling onto the belt now, pushing the chest forward, releasing the shoulders down, and now let go of the belt. Lift your hands up to the ceiling. So palms facing each other. Move your elbows in. Release your shoulders down. Keep pressing the knees down. And now release and come down. And now see if you can interlock the fingers onto the outer feet. And then again, press the knees down to the side. And now roll the chest forward through your arms. So keep lifting the chest, releasing the shoulders down. And then again, let go of the feet. And now stretch your arms up to the ceiling, press the knees down. And now release the hands, keep lifting the chest. Lift the knees up, join the knees, and stretch your legs in front of you. And now we're going wide to Konasana. So hold your thighs again and see if you can take the legs wide simultaneously. So take the legs as wide as you can, pressing the heels down, toes towards you. And you need to go down onto your support. So I'm on a blanket now. Again, put your hands behind the hips and bring the groins forward to open the knees a bit more. And now place your hands by the hips, stretch your chest forward. So take your hands behind you, but keep facing the fingers forward. Roll the shoulders back and down, lift the chest, waist back, buttocks down towards the floor. Keep your toes pointing towards you, heels away from you, pressing the legs down. And now lift your hands up to the ceiling. So stretch your palms up to the ceiling, lift the chest. And now from there, turn the palms to face forward and stretch the trunk forward. See if you can hold the toes. So keep lifting the chest up, releasing the shoulders down. Still the legs are pressing. And now inhale, come up, lift the hands up to the ceiling. And now we're going to twist. So again, take the left hand forward, right hand behind you, and turn towards the right leg. So inhale, lift, exhale, turn. We've done that in Virasana, and now we're twisting in Upavista. So keep your buttocks pressing down, lifting the chest, and now inhale, lift the chest again, exhale, turn. So again, you're turning from the waist, and now lift your hands up to the ceiling again. And now take the right hand forward, left hand back, and turn towards the left leg. Inhale, lift the chest, exhale, turn. So keep pressing the buttock bones down. Both buttocks are pressing firmly down.
Keep your legs straight, so toes towards you, heels away from you. And again, inhale, lift, exhale, turn. So turning from the waist. And now lift your hands up to the ceiling, come back to the center. Take the hands by the hips and bring your legs together. So come back to Dandasana. And the next pose is Paripurna Navasana. So we're going to try it without the belt today. Have your belt handy if you need support. So let's see if we can do it without the belt to start with. Okay, so sit in Dandasana, transfer the hands behind you slightly, stretch your chest forward. So keep the chest stretching forward. And now see if you can raise the straight legs up to the ceiling. So before you do that, move the toes towards you, heels away from you, press the kneecaps into the knee. And now bend the elbows, lift the legs up. And now stretch your hands up and forward. So keep your hands stretching forward, lifting the legs, pushing the chest forward. Press the kneecaps into the knee. Toes towards you, heels away from you. The legs are still straight. And now come back to Dandasana. So if you couldn't do it without the straight legs, without the belt, let's do it with the belt. Okay, so just a reminder. Loop the belt around the balls of the feet. And now chest forward. Stretch the chest along the thighs. So hold the belt, bring the heels towards you as much as you can. And now lift your heels up, go back slightly onto the buttock bones, and now start lifting the heels to 90 degrees. Hold the belt with straight hands. And again, push the chest forward from there. So stay in that pose for the alignment. Keep releasing the shoulders down, push the chest forward. And now straighten the legs. Again, the chest is pushing forward. And now press the kneecaps into the knee, toes towards you, heels away from you, lift the chest. And now if you can, let go of the belt. So stretch your hands forward, keep lifting the legs up. Toes up, heels away from you. Push the chest forward, so keep pushing. And now release and come back to Dandasana. So Paripurna, everyone. We're going to keep practicing that pose. It is very challenging. Okay, and now let's rest down in Adho Mukha Virasana again. So keep your knees separate, heels together, and now release the trunk down. So you've pressed the abdomen quite firmly in the previous pose, and now see if you can stretch the abdominal muscles forward, but pressing the buttocks down at the same time. So keep looking up, and now roll the upper arms out to start with. Keep wriggling the hands forward, releasing the trunk down. Keep your hands straight, pressing the buttock bones firmly into the heels. Keep stretching the sides of the trunk, and now release the forehead down. And then stretch your hands forward some more. So keep your attention on the buttock bones. Press them into the feet, into the heels. Stretch the sides of the body again. So go forward of your chest. And wriggle the hands up the mat some more. And now inhale and come up. We're coming back to Dandasana now. And we're going to do a twist in Dandasana. So Virabhadrasana. Stretch your hands up to the ceiling. Lift your chest up. And now take the left hand to the right thigh, right hand behind you and turn. So hold the support, hold your blanket, hold the edge of the block. And now inhale, lift, exhale, turn. If you look at your toes, they should be level. So again, the pelvis is level, so don't let one leg go forward or back. Keep your legs pressing firmly down. And again, inhale, lift, exhale, turn. So see how much you can turn in that pose. Wriggling your waist. Release the shoulders down and press your hand onto the thigh. And now inhale, come up. Lift your hands up to the ceiling, and now take the right hand
onto the left thigh, left hand behind you and turn. So you can see I've got my left hand onto the edge of the support. My legs are still level, the toes are still facing up. And now inhale, lift, exhale, turn. So keep turning from the waist, releasing the shoulders down. Again, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, turn the trunk, press onto the thigh, press the buttock bones firmly down. And now inhale and lift your hands up and come back to Dandasana. And now we're going to Janu Shirshasana. So you need your belt. So hold the inner right thigh, move the knee out to the side. So again, if your knee is not touching the floor, put something underneath the knee and roll the sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. Keep stretching the left leg forward and you might need a belt. So let's start with concave back. So hold the belt, loop the belt around the ball of the foot, press the chest forward and look forward. So keep your back concave to start with. Roll the shoulders back and down. Press the knee down, toes up, heel away from you. And now extend the trunk over the leg. So pull on the belt and release the trunk down. Keep your elbows out to the sides and now see if you can hold the foot. Turn your right side of the trunk forward and down. So remember last week we were keeping awareness on extending both sides of the trunk. Release the shoulders away from the neck. And now inhale and come up. And let's go to the other side. So stretch both legs in front of you. And you're going to the left. I'm going to do the same leg again. So stretch the left knee out to the side. Place something underneath the knee if your knee is not on the floor. And now roll the left sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. And now stretch the right leg in front of you. Loop the belt around the ball of the foot. And now inhale, push the chest forward, roll the shoulders back and down. And now from that, turn the trunk towards the right leg and stretch the trunk along the leg. So still concave back to start with. Start with the waist stretching onto the thigh. Hold the foot if you can, press the leg down and now stretch the trunk along the leg. So keep the left side of the body stretching down. Keep the whole trunk pressing down onto the leg. And now inhale, come up. And now let's go to Paschimottanasana. So stretch both legs in front of you. Keep the legs apart to start with. And see if you can hold the foot. So hold the toes to start with, or half the belt, okay? So I'm going to hold the toes this time. Stretch the chest forward. And now when you extend the leg, feel the buttock bones moving up the back. Okay, so that will give you a bit more direction to go forward. Remember what we did on the chair in urdhvamukha Paschimottanasana. So it was the same movement of the trunk. And now start releasing the waist onto the trunk. See if you can hold the outer feet. Still keep the chest facing forward. Keep looking up. And then release the whole trunk down. Keep your elbows out to the side. Press the legs down. Extend the whole trunk along the leg. And now inhale, come up. And now see if you can do the same thing with the legs together. So bring your legs together and you can pull the buttock flesh up to give you a bit more direction. So start from Dandasana, press the hands into the floor or into your support, push the chest forward, and now go with concave back. So see if you can now hold the feet, toes up, heels away from you, push the chest forward. Keep pressing the legs down, and now extend the trunk along the leg. So waist first, and then the chest. So keep refreshing the pose. Take the elbows out to the side, and then last of all, the head. And now inhale and come up and come back to Dandasana. And this week we're going to do Supta Baddha Konasana, and we're going to try a new pose which is Supta Virasana. So both supine versions of the poses that we've done already. Have your bolster or anything that resembles a bolster, so anything of that length and that thickness, and a blanket. We're starting with Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana. So sit in front of the bolster, and it's important to have the right distance between the buttocks and the bolster. So when you go back, you're not jamming your lumbar into the bolster, okay? So have your buttocks onto the floor, and now bring your feet towards you. Separate your knees, hold your ankles from the inside, and bring your heels towards the perineum. So going to Baddha Konasana, and now take your elbows onto the floor behind you and release the trunk down. And I need to move my bolster back because I can feel I cannot extend my lumbar. So before I go all the way down, I need to check if my lumbar is extending. And in order to do that, place your hands onto the buttocks, and now lift the buttocks up, slide your hands down the buttocks so you can tilt the pelvis, moving your hip bones towards the chest. And once your lumbar is extending, release the trunk back. You need the blanket for your head. So place your head onto the blanket, and now release the hands by the sides of the trunk. So Supta Baddha Konasana, pressing the soles of the feet into each other, moving the knees out to the sides and extending the sides of the trunk. So keep breathing, feel the abdomen stretching. And now you can hold the sides of the mat, move your elbows in, and now lift the chest so you can tuck the shoulder blades down the back, lifting the chest even more. Keep your chin moving towards the chest, so your chest is lifting, your abdomen is receding down onto the bolster. Your shoulders are away from the neck, and your palms are facing the ceiling. And now bring the knees up, roll onto your right side completely, and press onto the left hand to come up to sitting. We're going to do another supine pose, which is Supta Virasana. So for that, again, you need the same prop. However, if your knees are hurting, or if you cannot go down at all in Virasana, you shouldn't be going down in Supta Virasana. So for those people who are still working on the Virasana, you're going to sit down onto the block, and again stretch your hands up to the ceiling. Otherwise, you can go down in Virasana, so just in Supta Virasana. So just have a look if you can release the buttocks down. So pull the calf flesh back and down, and now place your buttocks down onto the floor. So again, the same principle here between the buttocks and the bolster. When you extend the spine, your lumbar shouldn't be jamming into the bolster. And again, before you go all the way down, so stay on your elbows, lift the buttocks up so you feel the stretch onto the front thighs, and stretch the buttocks down towards your knees. Lift the buttock bones towards the chest, and now release the trunk down. So still the buttocks are moving down so you can stretch the lumbar spine, and now release the trunk down.
So again, stretching the sides of the trunk so you can hold the sides of the mat, tuck the elbows in and lift the chest up. Press the knees into each other. You're pressing the shins onto the mat, so it's the same configuration of the legs as in Virasana. And just a reminder, if your knees are hurting, if you cannot go down at all, don't do that pose, stay in Virasana. Otherwise, just stretch your trunk down onto the bolster. Keep your neck long, chin towards the chest. And keep releasing the trunk down onto the bolster. Have your knees together if you can. You can separate them slightly if it's too much. But aim for keeping the knees together. So stay in that pose for a couple more breaths. And now from there, come up onto your elbows, lift up to Virasana. And now just one last time, I promise. I said it was last time in Urdhvamukha, but just stretch your legs back in Urdhvamukha Svanasana. So never too much of Urdhvamukha. You can do it in between any pose. It's quite a neutral pose and it's a good extension for the spine. As you feel now, it's a good extension for the legs in between Virasana practice. And now come back down. And we're going to inversions now. So have your pad ready for your shoulder stand. Okay, so you've got your pad ready for the inversions. Remember, 4 blocks lengthways onto the mat. You can place the blanket over the blocks. And just a reminder, you shouldn't be going up if you're menstruating. So no inversions if you're menstruating. You can do Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, so fast forward to the next pose if you can't do inversions. Okay, so we're going to do the next pose, which is Setu Bandha Sarvangasana, and you're going to do that if you're menstruating instead. Okay, so let's get started. Going to Halasana first. Remember your C7, so the protruding bit of your neck is on the pad together with your shoulders. And I showed you last week how to measure the distance. So insert the thumbs, they are pressing into the mat and touching your shoulders. So this is approximately 5 centimeters into the mat. And now stretch your hands behind you all the way. So that's the right distance for the chair. And now transfer your hands underneath your buttocks, bend your knees, lift your knees up to the ceiling and stretch your legs onto the chair. So tuck your toes under and now support your back. So your C7 is still onto the pad. Your hands are pressing into the back, lifting the back, lifting the hips. Press your knees up to the ceiling. Lift your thighs up to the ceiling. And keep stretching the sides of the trunk. So we're in Halasana, tucking the toes under. Keep your buttocks lifting up and now lift your right leg up to the ceiling. Left leg down. And now this week, take your awareness to your left hip. It should be lifting up, so hips are level. Keep lifting the left hip up, lifting the right leg up to the ceiling. So keep lifting that heel up, toes towards you. And now release the leg down. And now let's go up with the left leg. And again, take your awareness to the right hip. Lift the right hip up. Lift the left heel up towards the ceiling, toes down. Press the thigh back. So move the elbows in. Keep holding the back, moving the hands towards the shoulders. So refresh the pose as much as you can. Keep your hips level. Keep lifting the left leg up. And now take the left leg down. So again, refresh the pose. Lift the sides of the body up. Move the elbows in. And now see if you can take the right leg up and the left leg up. So we're going to the shoulder stand. Press your buttocks in, press the legs back. The weight is on the elbows. And keep refreshing the pose. So keep moving the hands towards the shoulders, lifting the heels up. Press the buttocks in. Lengthen the front body. So as you can see, your legs are in Tadasana. So keep that Tadasana alignment of the legs. Your legs become one leg. Press the legs together, lift the legs up. And now release the legs down to Halasana. Keep lifting the hips. So still the legs are straight. Press the thighs up to the ceiling. And now bend the knees, transfer the hands onto your buttocks and carefully unroll. Okay, so again, just a reminder, so if you're menstruating, don't do inversions, do that pose instead. And everybody now, even if you've done inversions, do Setu Bandha. So we've done that pose already several times. Bring your legs towards the wall, bent knees, and now bring your buttocks towards the wall some more. Release the trunk down. And now lift your heels, your feet up, press the feet into the wall. And you can see that my heels are in line with the skirting board. So for me, that's approximately the level I should keep my heels on. It's in line with my hips. And now from there, push your feet into the floor, place your hands underneath your back and stretch the legs. So Setu Bandha with your heels pressing into the wall. So keep lifting the chest. You're on the tops of the shoulders and your buttocks are in line with the thighs. So keep lifting the buttocks up, pressing the thighs down. Move your toes towards each other. So if you're menstruating, you're going to have your legs separate. Keep lifting the chest up. And if it's too much for you, have your legs closer to the wall so you can take the legs up the wall. So let me just show you. This is what you're going to do if it's too much with the legs in line with the hips. Okay, otherwise, if you're in Setu Bandha still, push the chest towards the chin. So tops of the shoulders, lifting the chest. Tuck the buttocks in. And now release. And we're going to Shavasana. Okay, so we're going to Shavasana now. You don't need anything else apart from your blanket for the neck. Starting with the bent knees, release the trunk down and be on the mat. So place your body entirely on the mat. Release the palms down the back, palms facing the ceiling, and now stretch the legs forward. Take your toes out. Keep your neck long. And now hold the sides of the mat, tuck your elbows in, lift the chest and release the trunk. So slightly lifting the chest, your abdomen is receding down onto the mat. And keep breathing in your own pace. Relax the whole body. And again, if your back is hurting, just bend your knees and take your feet to the sides of the mat. So you can lift the hips up and stretch your lumbar onto the mat. Otherwise, keep your legs stretched in front of you. Keeping the shoulders away from the neck. now relax the face muscles, part your lips, relax the eyelids. Let the tongue recede into the bottom of the mouth. Soft, smooth cycles of inhalation and exhalation. Now when you're ready, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, roll onto your right side completely, press onto the left hand to come up to sitting. So sit with your legs crossed, stretch your spine one last time, place your hands onto the sternum, and now extend the back of the neck, bow your head, release the hands down onto your thighs. Inhale, lift your neck, your head, exhale and open your eyes. That was week 12, everybody. Thank you for the practice. Let me know if you have any questions about the new poses, and I'll see you in week 13.